Hey everybody, Pete Blank here for this week's edition of Pete's Points. I am at a great tourist attraction here in Birmingham, Alabama called Vulcan Park and Museum. At the very top of here you'll see Vulcan, and I'll put a graphic up here so you can see it better, but you can see his behind. One of the cool things about this tourist attraction. But what does this have to do with you as a leader? Well, I want to talk about falling behind today. As a leader, as many of you know, I try to do my Pete's Points videos weekly, but I've been falling behind. And I got a couple tips for you today on what you can do. So here's my take on this idea of falling behind in your work, in your personal life, in your relationships, things like that. Number one, give yourself the grace of one. Give yourself the grace of one. Here's what I mean by that. If you have a daily event where you exercise, let's say, you can skip one day, but then start right back up the next day. If you have a weekly one-on-one meeting with a staff member and you miss 1 week, that's okay, you can catch up the next week. If you have a monthly date night with your spouse or significant other and you miss 1 month, that's okay, pick back up the next month. The problem comes in, like me with my Pete's Points is, depends on when you're watching this, I didn't do these over Thanksgiving and I waited 1 week. And then I thought, well, I might as well just wait another week. And then it turned into 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden what can happen to you is this thing that you thought was important, that was part of your repetition and part of your daily or weekly or monthly schedule, you stop doing. So the second thing I want to share with you with is beyond the power of the one, is have an accountability partner. My good friend Sean Carpenter, who's in real estate, professional speaker, trainer as well, called me this week and said, hey, is everything okay? And I said, yeah, what's going on? He's like, I haven't seen your Pete's Points videos in like 3 weeks and wanted to make sure you were doing okay. Boy, that was all the motivation and inspiration I needed to get back out here and share a message. And that's the message I'm sharing today, is don't fall behind. So again, just skipping something or missing once is okay. More than once, you start falling behind, and then you start losing your accountability, your credibility, and things like that. So just like Vulcan's behind up here, there it is. Try to do everything you can this holiday season and every day not to fall behind. That's all for this week's edition of Pete's Points.